morning, good morning. Just getting my cards set up for later. Hello, Maria, good morning. How are you? Getting the cards pulled out and ready to go. Sometimes I do this the night before, but I did not. Let's see. God, I'm so glad you're doing well. This is our last live together for a little bit, so I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you always being here. I'm doing okay. I haven't felt super amazing this week. So I'm okay. I mean, I'm not terrible or anything. I'm just kind of tired, kind of drained. So I think today after the live, I'm just gonna relax. So I had my weekends mix. Yeah. Yeah, so this is the last one until October 26th. No, not yet, not yet. Thank goodness, because I have to pack and do all of those things. So, so it's a good thing that for me that I'm not gone yet. Thank you. Yeah, I have some chronic illness and I'm just kind of blah this week. So a lot of headaches and such, but I'll feel better, I'm sure, soon, hopefully. I'm gonna have to push through and pack and do all of those things. So, so I'm sure I'll make it. But thank you. So, wow, there's 17 people. Welcome in, everyone. We're gonna do a meditation today for tapping into joy. So if you'd like to stay for meditation, you are welcome. So I'm gonna wait a little bit, Maria, just because I'm sure usually Christy shows up. We'll see if anybody else is gonna pop in before I get started. So while we're kind of waiting to see who's gonna pop in, who is going to stay that's here right now, if you would like to gather up any props or tools that you might need to make yourself the most comfortable for meditation. So that could be blocks, blankets, pillows, bolsters, a meditation cushion, or I'm actually on a bolster today. Good morning, Christy. How are you? We were just kind of waiting. I figured you were probably gonna pop in, so so welcome. Oh shoot, YouTube's doing that now. I know Instagram is notorious for not letting us know when people go live, but YouTube's usually a little better about it. So I was saying I'm okay. I've kind of been like flaring up this week and not feeling totally amazing. I've had a lot of headaches. But yeah. I'll get through it. It'll be okay. I think today I'm gonna relax and then hopefully tomorrow I can get a lot of work done because I need to get some meditations recorded and uploaded so that while I'm gone, you guys will still get the Thursday pre-recorded meditations. So I think I have like one done, but I need to do like 3 or 4 more. So that's the plan this week. I need to do that and pack. So I don't have like the most things that I have to do this week, but I think I'm just going to relax today and see if I can get over this. If we don't switch notifications to all, we don't receive the notifications. Oh, thank you, Maria. Yeah, I know like settings are so weird and they're all different on every app. So definitely, um, definitely go check and just make sure that it says all. Hello, Torres. Hi, Mrs. K. I'm from Houston, Texas. Welcome, welcome. We're going to do a meditation in a little bit, so I hope you stay. And Christy, I'm tired. A crazy, fun, exhausting, but a rewarding day yesterday. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that. So maybe not the tired part, but I think if it's good tired because it was a good day, then it's always a good thing. So I am located in Spokane, Washington. So I'm quite a bit north from you. And we've got kind of an overcast day today, which I love. So, okay, so I think we'll go ahead and get started. So as I was saying, if you want to gather up any props or tools that you might need to make yourself the most comfortable for meditation, that can include blocks, blankets, pillows, bolsters, meditation cushion, chair, or you could do this from bed, or you could just choose to lie down. You may want to wait a little bit before lying down because we're going to take a little bit of movement before we settle into stillness. And then if you would like to, you can feel free to light candles or burn incense or diffuse or use like an oil roller. Sometimes that can feel really nice, some lavender or something that's very calming. You can use a palm stone. You can play some soft frequency music in the background if that feels nice. Any other aids that you might like for meditation, you can gather those up now. And you can also use nothing. You don't need any tools to meditate, which is the beautiful thing about it. But you can also use all the tools if you want to make a very cozy nest, which is what I like to do. So thank you. Thank you. I'm quite a collector of stones. It's kind of something I've always been. Catherine the Great. That's funny. Thank you. You guys make me laugh. Where was I? So for now, if you want to be seated while we do just a few movements, we'll start by rocking the hips gently. And you can take whatever movements you want. You do not have to follow me. So we're just finding those sit bones, seeing if we can find a little bit of elongation in the spine. And then you can start to take circles if that feels good, kind of getting that spine moving. So maybe one way and then the other. And then maybe switch again. Just whatever feels good. And you can make kind of snaky movements too. Like it doesn't have to be super fluid. You can even do like a figure 8 movement. Just whatever movement feels good, or you can stick with the rocking back and forth if that feels really nice. So whatever movement feels good, we're just trying to wake up the fascia a little bit. We're trying to get some things unstuck that might be stuck. So check in, see how that feels. Then we'll take maybe some little side bends. So it doesn't matter which side, just start on a side. You can look up at the hand, or if that doesn't feel good, you can keep your gaze down. And we'll inhale and then exhale, come up, inhaling other side. Again, the gaze can be up or down, and then exhale, come up, inhale. Let's just kind of flow like that. Exhale, inhale, and exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And we can take some little twists. So this doesn't have to be the fullest expression of your twist, but just a little one. And for me, I'm going to keep the gaze down, but you're more than welcome to also gaze behind the shoulder if that feels good to you and feels good to your neck. So just holding, don't forget to breathe. Continue to breathe through this. The hand, if you're sitting on something, it might be nice to place it, like for me, it's behind the bolster. If you don't have a bolster and you're just sitting on the ground, sometimes tenting the hands to help you meet the ground a little easier helps. So then let's come out of that, come forward, take a moment, switching sides, coming into that twist. And again, you can take the gaze behind the shoulder or down at the floor, whatever feels good to your neck on that side. It's usually good to do the same thing on both sides. But sometimes one side's a little tighter than the other, and that's normal. So remembering to breathe during this, and then come forward, check in, see how that feels. See if there's any other things that you might be needing. You can take some cat and cows, so inhaling, coming forward, exhaling, rolling in, inhaling, and exhaling. And you can do that. You can kind of also make these kind of snaky if that feels good. Sometimes it just does different things for the spine. So coming into that, rolling back in. So really listen to your body and see what your body needs today for movement before we settle in. And a couple more things. We'll move up to the shoulders. So rolling the shoulders back and down. Feel free to also roll the shoulders forward at some point if that feels good to you. That does not feel good to me, so you'll notice I am not going to do that. So just trying to get that broadening across the shoulders. Rolling up and back. And if you're rolling forward, just make sure you switch directions at some point or vice versa. And then stop, kind of check in, see how the body feels. And then lastly, we'll give you some neck movements or stillness, depending on what feels good to you. So you can simply stay in place. Use the hand very lightly. You don't need to push down a lot. So you can do this, roll forward, roll to the other side, hold. That's one version. You can roll side to side. Sometimes the back of the neck is quite sore, quite tender, so it doesn't always feel good for everyone to go all the way around, but then the third option is to go all the way around. So if you do this, just make sure you go very slowly, very mindfully, and then make sure you switch the direction at some point. So lots of options there for the neck. And if you have something else that you like to do, feel free to do that as well. These are just suggestions. So I'll give you a little moment to finish out the neck movement that you chose or stillness that you chose. And then check in, see if there's anything else that you need, any movement at all that you need before we settle in. And then when all of the movement feels complete, and if you haven't already, you can close down the eyes, or you can find a soft gaze out in front of you. And then your hands can be placed either down on your knees or down on the ground if you're laying down. They can be next to you with the palms down. That's for feeling a little more grounding. You can also have the hands up, the palms facing up. And this is a more open and receiving position. Or you can stack them in your lap. That also feels nice, kind of one on top of the other. Sometimes that feels nice if you have a palm stone, just to kind of hold it in your lap. So choose whatever hand position feels the most comfortable to you, the most nourishing. I think many times we're called one way or the other, just what feels good that day. And that's going to change all the time. One of the things about a meditation practice is really getting to know what you need in your body. And knowing that everyone's body is different. Everyone's body is going to need different things. And that's the same for the mind. Everybody's mind works a little differently. So we may need different things at different times that help us keep moving forward. So once the hands are placed, take a moment to connect to your breath. I'm going to bring the focus to the breath and bring that attention to how the breath moves in and out of your body, in and out of your lungs. And we're not trying to change or judge the breath at this time. We're just quietly observing, what is the breath right now? Is it shallow? Is it more deep? Are you feeling it more in your chest? Are you feeling it more in your belly? Are you feeling it more in the back? There's no right or wrong. It's just, what is it that you're feeling right now? And then we'll take 3 deep inhales together through 6. On the count of 6 through the nose. And then we'll exhale slowly out the mouth on a long sigh, also on 6. So exhaling to begin getting ready to receive the breath. And then inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for a moment at the top. Then exhale it out slowly through the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold at the top. Exhale out the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold at the top and exhale slowly out the mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then from here, just bring yourself back into the normal rhythm of your breath. See if you can slow the breathing down. And then again, we're just feeling the normal rhythm of the breath, feeling those ebbs and flows. And then we'll do a little body scan. So starting from the feet, we'll start with our Yoga Nidra. letting the bottoms of the feet relax, all the toes, the tops of the feet. See if you can let go of any unwanted lingering tension. Then moving up to the lower legs, the upper legs, the thighs, the hips, the pelvic floor, the pelvis, the lower abdominals, the lower back, the upper abdominals, the whole stomach, the mid back, the upper back, torso, chest, up to the shoulders, the upper arms, the lower arms. See if you can let that relax. The tops of the hands, the palms of the hands, all the fingers. Moving back up to the shoulders, the back of the neck, the front of the neck, the throat, the back of the head, the sides of the head, the crown of the head, the forehead, the eyebrows, the cheeks, the jaw, the lips, the tongue, the throat, the eyes. See if you can let go of any lingering tension in the body for now. And then come back to your breath, just the natural rhythm, one last time before we go into our visualization. Checking in with yourself, asking yourself how you feel at this moment. Being the quiet observer of your breath, your life force, or prana. And remember that anytime your mind wanders, that you can always come back to the breath to ground and center you. And remember that the mind wandering during meditation is completely normal. So anytime that you notice that you're wandering off, bring the attention first back to the breath, and it'll help you come back into the present moment. So first, tap into where you might be holding any pain, fear, or anxiety in the body. Is that in your shoulders, maybe in your chest, maybe around your throat, your stomach, kind of where that intuition or gut feeling lives? Where might you be holding unnecessarily? And then see if you can greet that with empathy and compassion and kindness. The body tensing or fear or any of these emotions are our body's way of trying to protect us. So taking that time to greet those things with a lot of kindness. And then sit with it for a moment and tap into what it feels like in your body. Does it feel tight or painful? Is it more like heartache? Try to identify as best you can what you're feeling and where you're feeling it. And then once you've identified where that is, you can place your hand or hands over the areas in your body where you feel like you're storing these emotions or stress. And if it feels good, you can either keep the hands placed or you could even tap lightly on these places, just trying to get the energy, that stuck energy, to start to move out of your body. But if it feels good to just keep it placed there, that's also quite nice. So do what feels good to you. So either placing the hands or tapping, I want you to see that unwanted, stuck energy start to move and flow out of you. And see it cleaned up and swept away from you and cleansed and renewed. And now, hopefully, you're feeling a bit lighter. Now, see if you can connect to the things that bring you joy. They can be simple little things like coffee in the morning, petting your dog's soft velvety ears, seeing beautiful flowers or foliage or trees, the smell of baking goods, the sunlight on your face, singing your favorite songs, listening to birds and animals and insects, journaling, meditating, relaxing by the water or a pool. It's really whatever simple little things that bring you joy. So land on something, whatever that something is that makes you joyful. And see a smile when you see that thing or feel that thing come to your face. Maybe you even smile a little bit right now. In your actual physical body. And then see yourself like a sunflower following the joyful things, just as sunflowers follow the sunlight. Allow yourself in this moment to feel real gratitude and real joy for being alive on this planet right now. And know that there are always simple joys around you at all times, if only you're able to focus in on them and see them and notice them. Sometimes we're so busy living our lives, it's hard to stop in these moments to feel joy, to feel gratitude. But I invite you to try to tap into those things during this meditation or as you move into your day, into your week. So we can repeat these affirmations aloud or silently. I am thankful for the opportunity to experience this moment fully. I am thankful for the opportunity to experience this moment fully. I am allowed to find and focus on moments of joy. I am allowed to find and focus on moments of joy. I am grateful for all the beautiful things in my life and this human experience. I am grateful for all the beautiful things in my life and this human experience. I cherish the simple joys in my life. I cherish the simple joys in my life. I tap into joy and gratitude even in times of struggle or worry. I tap into joy and gratitude even in times of struggle or worry. It is okay and even good for me to find joy in my life even when I also have fears. It is okay and even good for me to find joy in my life even when I also have fears. Joy flows easily to me. Joy flows easily to me. I am able to see the beauty in the world even when not everything is perfect. I am able to see the beauty in the world even when not everything is perfect. I am grateful for my ability to feel joy and wonder. I am grateful for my ability to feel joy and wonder. And feel free to repeat any affirmations that really resonated with you, or you can add your own at this time. And I'll give you just a few moments to do that. And then, as always, you are welcome to stay in meditation longer, or we will start grounding and making our way out of meditation slowly. So, first, bringing that attention back to your normal breath, asking yourself, how do you feel now? Checking back in, seeing how you feel now as opposed to when you started the meditation. And then we'll take 3 deep breaths together, inhaling on 7 through the nose, exhaling on 7 through the nose. So exhaling to begin, getting ready to receive the breath. Then inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold at the top. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hold. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then bring your attention back to your normal breath. Just feeling the natural rhythm. Then we'll start to slowly wake up the body with gentle movements. So wiggling fingers and toes, rolling wrists and ankles, rocking the head gently side to side, rolling the shoulders back and down, rocking the hips. Any other super gentle movements that just help you come back into the physical space very slowly. You can start to flutter the eyes open, or you can keep them closed for this part. We'll take 3 last breaths together. So sweeping the arms out to the sides, inhaling as you do this. Palms are coming to touch overhead. Exhale, bringing it down to heart center, Anjali Mudra. And then inhaling again, sweeping up everything that you took from this practice, gathering it up to take with you through your day, through your week. Palms come to touch overhead. Exhale, bring it down to heart center, Anjali Mudra. One last time, inhaling, sweeping it all up, biggest one yet. Palms come to touch overhead. Exhale, bring it down to heart center, Anjali Mudra. May you take all that you received from your practice today and take it with you throughout your day and throughout your week ahead. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. I love you all so dearly. And in case you're new here, my name is Catherine, and I do a lot of things. I'm a yin and restorative and meditation teacher, voice teacher and coach, and singer-songwriter. So you can find all of that different content on all of my different social medias, on my YouTube, I guess, For You part. So yeah, I hope that that was helpful, and I hope that resets your week nicely. And now we'll move on to our card pulling portion of the live. So let me know if you would like cards. I have a couple of announcements before I'll start that. So I know probably Christy and Maria already know this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I will be gone for the first 3 weeks of October, and I guess technically next week is the end of September, beginning of October. So I'll be gone next week. I leave next Sunday, early in the morning. So unfortunately, I will miss next week. But I will be back for our live on October the 26th. So it's that last week in October. I'll be back. So we'll maybe do something a little Halloween spooky themed. I don't know. I haven't decided yet what I want to do. Maybe something about connection to ancestors or something. I don't know. I'll think about that. I have 3 weeks to think it up. But of course, if you guys have any suggestions, you know that my DMs are open. If there's ever anything you're working on or you need to work on, I can always help me gear the meditations towards what you need in real time. So yeah, and then during that time, there will be pre-recorded meditations still airing every Thursday. And then, of course, you have access to all my old lives, either here on YouTube, and there's a ton over on my Instagram at Catherine Lynn Sings. So you can feel free to pick through those. If you're missing the lives, maybe go back and watch an old live on Sunday. There's plenty of good ones that might be useful, different themes that might be useful to you. So feel free to sift through those while I'm gone. So let me see. Wonderful meditation. I'm so glad, Maria. Thank you. And thank you, Catherine. That was much needed. You're so welcome. I hope it was really helpful, Christy. I think it went well with into doing the breath work last week. The breath work meditation. I think it worked really nicely to move into this one for kind of releasing anxiety and stress, tapping into joy. So I think that worked out quite nicely. So that would be cool. Thank you. It is a blessing to be here and give ourselves some time to find our peace within. It's exactly what I've wanted this to be, is just a space for us to be in community together. And since meditation is something that I can do, something I can guide, I just wanted it to be a free space where we can get together once a week and check in and kind of help each other. And it does help me too. It helps me to be with you guys and to do these meditations and to do the card pulls. Is also really, really nice, really, really fun. So thank you guys so much for being here every week. It really does mean a lot to me. And if I have anybody that's new here today and you would like cards, I'm going to show you in just a moment. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. What cards I'm going to be using today. And I see Christy said yes, she'll take cards. I don't think I missed any before that. So we've got the Crystals for Beginners deck. That's going to be kind of our affirmation deck for today. But it has lots of other cool information on it as well. And then we've got, let me switch these around because I want to do them in this order. Then we've got the Angel Numbers deck, the Angels Numbered deck. And then we're going to finish off with Magical Spirit Oracle, which is one of my favorites. So I figured we'd use this before I'm gone for like a month. Actually, all three of these decks are some of my favorites. So let's start with Christy, and then we'll get, I see Maria wants cards, so we'll get Maria after Christy. So what does Miss Christy need today? That popped out right away, but I'm going to see if anything else wants to come out. Give it a few more times. I think that was the one. Oh, two came out with that. Okay. I was wondering, I was like, it felt like there should be, I don't know why I was feeling like there should be two cards, but I was feeling like there should be two cards. But that's because there was two cards already. So let's see what Christy needs from our Angel Numbers deck. Some good ones. I'm just gonna shuffle like one more time. Yeah, I think those were the ones. And then we'll get the Spirit Oracle. I'm gonna also take a drink of coffee. It's shockingly still somewhat warm. So, okay. Let's see what Christy needs today from our Spirit Oracle deck. Clearly that one, because it came shooting out. But again, I'm just going to shuffle through, make sure there's nothing else. Oh, I love this one. Okay, Christy, so some of my faves here. You got Sodalite, which I'm wearing today. My Sodalite. So, Sodalite. And I know these are backwards, but, you know, just so you can kind of see the card and the stones. So, throat and third eye chakra. Sagittarius is the zodiac. Element is air. Numerology is 4. Planet is moon. And then some physical healing properties are that it can lower blood pressure, boost the immune system, help you deal with vocal cord damage. Oh, that's super interesting as a singer. I didn't know that. I love Sodalite, but that's really interesting. Encourages the body to soak up all the fluids. Mental and emotional healing properties. Brings emotional balance and calms panic attacks. Promotes self-confidence and creativity. Helps your brain to release feelings of guilt. Brings order and calmness to the mind. And then spiritual healing properties are it helps your own spiritual foresight untold, encourages rational thought and intuition, helps you meditate and speak out the truth, assists in reaching your full potential. And then the affirmation is, I let go of all tension and negativity. Yeah, it's like I just happened to be wearing it. Actually, I've been wearing this all week. I kind of go in spurts. I'll wear certain jewelry for like a week or two, feel called to wear it, and then I'll move to something else. But I've been wearing my heart-shaped bead sodalite bracelet when I go in for my, I'll be wearing my heart-shaped bead sodalite bracelet when I go in for my wellness appointment. Yeah, I do not want to be put on medication. Oh, I completely understand that. I completely understand that. And then you got agate, which I love agate. I know it's like kind of just a simple one, but there's something like so calming and soothing about agate. So let's see what this says about it though. So it says all chakras, Gemini and Virgo for the zodiac, Earth is the element, numerology is 7, planet is Mercury and the moon. And then physical healing properties heals the eyes, stomach, and uterus, brings a flush of physical energy, releases the lymphatic system and the pancreas, strengthens blood vessels and cuts down on sleep problems. Mental and emotional healing properties gives you a sense of grounding, encourages you to let go of encourages you to let go of emotional trauma, enhances mental clarity and improves concentration, helps us to overcome bitterness, anger, and resentment. And then spiritual healing properties creates a sense of security and safety, cleanses and stabilizes the aura, balances and harmonizes body, mind, and spirit, and then brings you a sense of peace and support. And the affirmation is, I accept life challenges with courage. I love that. I really love agate. I love sodalite too. I usually hear about sodalite being more for like creatives. But it's really interesting like hearing some of the other things that it could be good for. And maybe that's why I was feeling called to it this week as well. So, okay. And then Christy, you had 3 of the angel number cards pop out. So you got 300, divine connection. The mind, body, and spirit unite. Your angels acknowledge that you have an intense connection to the divine right now. The unity of your mind, body, and spirit creates a conduit for spirit messages. Sit in meditation with your hands on your third eye chakra, the center of your forehead, right now. Repeat this mantra a few times until it starts to sink in. I trust in my abilities. Ooh, I love that. And then you got Limitless Love, 750. 750. So awesome. I definitely need to work with both of them more often. I love both of those. I know they're like kind of, it's interesting because some of my favorite stones are like, I guess the most vanilla stones. Like they're not the most like rare or anything like that, but they tend to be the ones that I'm most drawn to. I always think that's so interesting. Like I've always been, ever since I was a little kid, I loved clear quartz, rose quartz, and amethyst. Amethyst being probably the number one always. I think now my favorite is probably clear quartz. So it's interesting though. Like I love sodalite, I love agate, I love like the more, I guess, is that vanilla stones? I don't know. Okay. Limitless love. Love yourself and others freely. Your angels are asking you to practice unconditional love today, not only for others, but for yourself as well. You can only accept as much love from the outside world as you give yourself. Time to level up the amount you're willing to receive from within. Journal about how you feel and the vulnerability that occurs when when demonstrating unconditional love to yourself and others. Ooh, Iolite. I love Iolite. It's such a pretty one. I don't have any on today. I was like, what do I have on today? I don't know. Sometimes I just like grab different ones, whatever calls to me in the moment. And then you got 986 forthright. Practice saying no. Your angels want to alert you to your tendency to confuse yes with no, and they are asking you to stop. People know that you have a hard time not doing what they ask you to do, and they have been taking advantage. It's time to say no confidently. 10 times today, look in the mirror and practice a way of saying no. Us people pleasers need to hear that. So, and you have one more card I have to read. I'm just going to catch up with comments. I didn't know Sodalite is good for high blood pressure. Yeah, that's so interesting. I'm on 2 BP meds, Maria. I understand not wanting to be on it. Yeah, my husband is too, and my dad is, and it sounds miserable. So I completely get where you're at with that. Not wanting to have to take those meds, or the meds can be really tough. Amazing cards, Christy. Yes, I think they're so good. So awesome. I definitely need to work with both of them. My favorite is Amethyst, and I feel like it's kind of cliche, but I absolutely love it. There's something like so powerful and very soothing about Amethyst. I don't know. And then today's meditation, I used Iolite. Yes, I've been working on saying no for a few months now. Yes, I've been working on that for years. For years. It's been a thing. So, recovering people pleasers. Okay, so your last card for your from the Magical Spirit Oracle is Magic Mushroom. Miracles, fairy energy, opening up. Stay open to all the good and beautiful things. Well, doesn't that just go with our meditation? And she's happily gazing upon her bee friend, hanging out on a mushroom. So let's see what this says. I love bees, so that would be me happily gazing at a bee. Okay. Magic mushroom, miracles, fairy energy, 5D, opening up. I open my eyes and heart to the magic around me. Eat me, says the magic mushroom. It has much to show you. There are tiny miracles all around you. So many interesting places, things, and curious ideas. Put your human self aside and summon up your fairy energy. We all have it. This energy allows us to see the unseen, to feel things we have never felt before, to think about life in a bright new way with passion, curiosity, and most importantly, without limitations. Ooh, I just got chills. That's so good. Imagine how incredible the world would look like if you were as small as a fairy. What wonder and awe you would feel. How magnificent a simple blade of grass would look. How grand a ladybug would be, trotting right beside you. How plush and comfy a bed of moss would be. You'd be able to slip in and out of sacred realms. You could hide, vanish into thin air. You would become a part of all that is magic and mysterious, like a mushroom. This card has a psychedelic energy behind it. It calls you to be open. It calls you to open your heart and open your mind, to break the fourth wall and slip into the fifth dimension. There are new ideas and new things all around you in your day-to-day life. Now is the time for you to seek and find them. Life can be ethereal if we can just look at it the right way, tapping into that energy. Wow. What did we talk about in the meditation? It always blows my mind how a lot of times the cards correlate with whatever meditation. I'm like, that blows my mind. There is interesting knowledge that you don't yet know, but can soon find out. So stay open. Now is a good time to explore more deeply the topics and places that fascinate you and light you up. There is much more to be known. We could live 1,000 lifetimes and there would still be more enchanted mysteries to discover, see, and learn. And then the manifestation enhancer. Imagine you are the psychedelic mushroom. Practice looking, feeling, and thinking about things in a new way. Watch informational or spiritual documentaries. Read some new books. Take a walk and just observe the world around you. Listen to different music. In fact, try taking a walk or journaling while listening to instrumental music. What thoughts and feelings does it bring up? Wake up a different time than you normally would, earlier, or stay up later if you can, and chill with the moon. So, I love that. Love that card. Today's meditation. I'm trying to catch up here. I don't think there was too many. Yes, I've been trying. Yeah. Okay, I did see that one. That's gorgeous. I love mushies and bees. Me too. Me too. And fairies. I'm very much a fairy girl. I always have been since I was little too. It might be my Gemini energy. Kind of trickster energy. You're welcome, Christy. I hope that connected, or I hope that connected. I hope that resonated. But yeah, connected is maybe another good word for it. Sometimes things come out. So it looks like a lot of throat and third eye stuff for you, and then those boundaries, but staying open, connection to the divine, like seeing a theme here. I love that. Oh, and let's pull you a rune too. I forgot about the runes. We can't forget about the runes. I'm not going to see you guys for a minute. Okay, we got, get my little helper out here. They really resonated for sure. Okay, good. I'm so glad. Yeah, the runes are fun, and I'm still like learning about them. Oh, and for sure that one that was on the live the other day, on Ashley's live. So Wunjo, but it was like the P part, the top part was definitely backwards on that. So I'm wondering if that's some sort of hieroglyphic or something that was on that piece that she had. So anyway, we've got Dagaz, and actually it's supposed to go like that. There we go. Dagaz, breakthrough, enlightenment, balance point, transformation, awakening. Well, doesn't that just go with your reading just perfectly? Wow. I'm going to take another sip of coffee and then we're going to do Maria's reading. Okay, Maria. I'm going to gather up these runes really quickly. The runes are fun, aren't they? Well, that kind of wanted to come out, but I'm going to see if it'll pop out on its own. There we go. It sure did. Let's see if there's, there is something else. I kind of felt, wow. I kind of felt like there was going to be 2 or 3. I don't know why. Okay. That felt complete. And then that last one just like flew across. It's because it's carnelian. It's like all fiery. It's like gonna fly across the room with my fire energy. Okay. Let's see, what does Maria need from our angel deck today? Anything else? Yep. I think that was all of them, but I'm just gonna shuffle a couple more times. Yeah, that feels complete. That feels complete. Very nice. Okay. Last card. I think I'm gonna do yours the same way, like pull all the cards and then I'll throw the runes right at the end. Anything else? Oh, yep. I love that one. Okay. Okay, Maria. Here we go. You guys both got big readings today. That's okay. That's what happens when there's just like two of us, or you know, the three of us in here. You guys get more cards. Works out nicely for you guys for sure. So we've got fluorite was your first crystal card. So heart, throat, and third eye chakra. Zodiac is Capricorn, Pisces, Libra. Element air and water. Numerology 7. Planet is Mercury. Physical healing properties. Boosts the immune system. Stimulates the regeneration and restructuring of cells and DNA. Helps to strengthen bone tissue. Alleviates rheumatoidism, arthritis, and spinal injuries. And then mental and emotional healing properties. Helps keep you grounded and safe. Heightens mental abilities. Has the ability to turn away negative energy. Helps maintain a clear mind, avoiding any hasty decisions. And then spiritual healing properties. Helps you align and rebalance the chakras. Increases intuitive abilities and develops a connection to spirit. Shields you from psychic manipulation. Good for improving psychic skill and attentiveness. I've also heard it's really good for focus. Might have kind of said that. Heightens mental abilities, but yeah, it's supposed to be good for focus too. And then your affirmation is, I am committed to staying focused on my goals. I am committed to staying focused on my goals. Fluorite is a good one. Fluorite is definitely good. And I love snowflake obsidian, which is your next one. So chakras root. Zodiac is Virgo, element earth, numerology 9, planet earth. Physical healing properties keep circulation flowing, helps to relieve joint pain, strengthens the bones and aids wound healing, enhances your eyesight. Mental and emotional healing properties, helps you recognize and release wrong thinking, brings ease to your thought process, prevents mental diseases from occurring, brings peace and calmness. And then spiritual healing properties, provides balance for the body, mind, and spirit, promotes dissipation for inner centering, helps you attain peace and your identity to purpose, expands your consciousness. And then the affirmation is, I replace my fears, doubts, and anger with hope, confidence, and serenity. I love snowflake obsidian. It's a good one. Okay, and then your carnelian that like flew itself across the room. So sacral and root chakra, zodiac is Virgo, Leo, Taurus, Cancer. Fire element, numerology is 5. Planet is Mars and Sun. Physical healing properties boost fertility and stimulates sexuality, improves vitamin and mineral absorption, ensures good blood supply to organs and tissues, treats lower back problems, arthritis, and I don't know what this word is, neuralgia, neuralgia, neuralgia. It's like neural and then GIA. So I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but and then mental and emotional healing properties. Calms anger and banishes emotional negativity, restores vitality and motivation, protects against envy, rage, resentment, can improve the mother and child relationship. Spiritual healing properties, stimulates creativity, promotes positive life choices, assists in taking action to manifest your goals and dreams. That's what I like about it. It's very fiery and creative. And yeah, kind of gives you that boost, I think, of like energy and action. And then it attains greater heights in meditation practice. Ooh. And then I possess an endless supply of creative energy is the affirmation. I possess an endless supply of creative energy. That's such a good one. Yes, I agree, Christy. So that's those. So I hope that those resonated. And then we've got your angel numbers cards. So the first one that came out was 818 Infinity. So infinity, that infinity symbol, like an 8. And then life is a never-ending loop. One cycle in your life is ending, but another is beginning. The shift can feel catastrophic, but it's the natural way of things. Be on the lookout for other signs coming your way. Your communication with your angels is strong right now. Draw another card with the intention of receiving guidance in your next steps as the current cycle ends and the next one begins. So the next card that came out was 547, Authentically You. Speak your truth. Your angels proclaim that the time has come to express something you didn't feel comfortable expressing before to yourself and to others. This realization of self has been with you for a while now, and your angels are ready to create changes in your life to accommodate it. Reflect on what your future self would have to say to you at this moment. Ooh, I love that. Okay, and then you got 470. Surrender. Release a problem. Release a problem. Your angels encourage you to surrender a present worry you have to them. Whether you are confused, feeling out of control, or simply at a loss for solutions, you can energetically release this issue to the divine. Put yourself into a full body stretch right now. As you inhale, focus on breathing in support from your angels. As you exhale, focus on releasing control. So kind of that trust and surrender. I love that. Okay. And then for your Magical Spirit Oracle, you got 2 cards. So maybe you're going through something, or maybe you just did go through something, because you got, for the first one, the Dark Night of the Soul. Could just be a transformational thing too. So Transformation, Awakening, Tower. So this is like the Tower card. The thing about the Tower card is that I love the Tower card, because every time I get that card, I think a lot of people are scared of it because they see it as this like crumbling and, you know, like rock bottom. But my thing is it kind of like crumbles away all of the crap that maybe isn't working for us, right? Brings that to the surface. We see it now. Sometimes we like to ignore those things. And then from there, you can build up anything that you are wanting to keep in your life, or the things that you're wanting to call in, that you have room for them now because all of this other stuff has crumbled away. So, yeah. So I love the Tower card. Does she? That's how I've always felt about it. I don't see it as a bad thing. I don't see the Death card as a bad thing. I actually don't see any of them as super negative. Even the Devil card in tarot, I mean, it's probably the most negative, I guess, but I still see that as just things in ourselves that we have yet to come to reckon with, right? Usually, or something about someone else, maybe sometimes, that we don't want to see. And it's calling you to see the dark parts of yourself or the dark parts of others. So asking for that integration. That's how I see it anyway. It's a nice confirmation to know that other people say the same things, though. But yeah, new beginnings. That's perfect, Maria. Yeah, that's how I see it. And I love new beginnings. I think like that feels so good to me, honestly. So I think I'm constantly in that state of, okay, what's not working? Crumble. Okay, now let's rebuild. Crumble again. Okay, it's still not quite right. I think that's going to be my process forever. I don't think it's ever going to just be like, we're cured. They aren't bad cards. They are just guiding. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Just showing us the way. But I love this because she's reading. What does it say in the book? She dug caverns in her heart until she found the light. I love that. So searching for the light. What is it that you're searching for? So let's read about it. So the affirmation spell is, in darkness, I can cultivate my light. Dark night of the soul, transformation, awakening, power, warrior. The tower, the deepest cave, the endless desert. A dark night of the soul is a period of extreme challenges, whether internal, external, or both. It is the fight with the dragon, the monsters in your head, the demons in your life. It is to experience a great loss or catastrophic confusion. It is the thing every human wishes to avoid but cannot. It is a stirring of your soul, a call for the deepest of transformations, whether that be a reconstruction of your life, values, or self. These periods can take us to a hell of sorts. They take us to a place so deep within us that we think it will never end, a trapdoor through which we keep falling into the great void of dark experiences and painful emotions. It can strip everything away from us. We have no choice but to face the dragon, to find the treasure, to seek the light, to become the warrior we were always capable of being. This is when we become a more powerful version of self, when we learn the ways of the great witches who came before us and know that we are so much stronger, wiser, and worthier than we thought possible. We earn our gifts in this place. Those we were not born with, but were always meant for. Our new self is forged in the fire of transformation, and we can do more than just survive. We can become the light that we so desperately need. We can rise from the ashes and become the phoenix. We can awaken to the powerful truth of our own being. Pulling this card can confirm that you have experienced an evolution of your soul, that you have overcome or are capable of overcoming difficulties and receiving the gifts that come from that. As hard and as dark as that may be, you are learning the way of the warrior. This card also has an energy of transformation behind it. Perhaps you feel your soul is stirring and that it is time for a new growth within, or you want to change your life, your beliefs, and your values. Listen to this calling and do not fear the dark. If you have already Listen to this calling and do not fear the dark if you already have your lantern and compass. I love that. And then the manifestation enhancer is reflect on how some of the darkest periods of your life led to some of the most profound changes within you. How they led you to deeper understanding, strengths, and or awakenings. Honor yourself, honor yourself for making it through them. Knight yourself. Recognize the sword that you now carry or will soon carry. I love that. I love that too. You got the chills. I actually really love the Tower card. I'm like, okay, time to rebuild. Fine. Cool, let's do it. Let's go. I'm ready. And then you got one more. So let's see what this says, and then we'll throw your runes, I should say. So, memento mori, life, presence, depth. The meaning is in the middle. So I kind of see this as like a light and dark. So kind of a balancing of light and dark. And then there's like flowers and butterflies, crystals, and they're either butterflies or moths. Love that. That's so pretty. Okay, let's read about that. So maybe a balancing of the light and dark in you, kind of that shadow work element. But let's see what the book says about it. Transformation, yes. So memento mori, life, meaning, presence, depth, 222. And then the affirmation spell is I consciously live a meaningful and enriched life. Are you feeling, living, creating, and loving others deeply lately? You are being called to gain more perspective and presence, to enrich your existence and live your life like a living prayer, to marvel at ordinary things, tiny miracles all around you. Oh my gosh! What does that sound like? Our meditation today. I absolutely love when these line up. That is so cool. To marvel at ordinary things, tiny miracles all around you, and you are one of them. If we could truly grasp this, many moments would expand with bliss. We would be stunned by the moss in a forest or the way our coffee cup feels warm in our hands. Looking in the mirror, we would drop to our knees in tears of gratitude, fascinated by the fact that we are human, an ancient soul on this gorgeous planet within the cosmos. We would be awestruck that we exist with a complex and curious consciousness. This card can also be a positive omen that a lively and vital new energy is coming or already has. It brings excitement, creativity, realizations, passion, and the miraculous. Invite the fullness of it in. It doesn't need to be perfect or planned. In the medieval period, Latin philosophers came up with the phrase memento mori, meaning remember that you die. A memento mori is something that serves to remind us of the impermanence of life. This idea was created to wake up to the miracle of existence and to inspire us, to gently remind us that one day la mariposa de la muerte, the butterfly of death, will softly land upon our shoulders. Ooh, so these were butterflies. They were butterflies, the butterflies of death. It is natural to have a fear of the unknown, but in its duality of life and death that makes this meaningful. Too much time creates numbness. No time at all creates a void. We need both. What if we could make peace with them? We could feel more alive than ever before. And then the manifestation enhancer. Take time to open your heart to the magic of your existence. Practice presence and gratitude for this experience, the mess, the magic, and the mundane. Think, thank you, thank you, thank you. Open up. Remember how precious this is. I absolutely love that. That was very powerful. Especially, I think, with all of your other cards. Kind of like the Dark Night of the Soul and then the way to move forward. Finding joys, finding simple things that bring you those joys. Which is what our meditation was. Very cool. Okay, let's see what you need from our runes. Man, I really threw that across the room. Ugh. Oh, it's funny, you just got Wunjo, the one I was just talking about with Christy from the live. So it looks like a P. Yes, powerful readings, very powerful. Both of your readings were really powerful. I think that happens too when you're open to it, right? I think you have to be open to receiving these things. And there has to be a trust there with the person that's, pulling the cards for you, that you trust them. I think that helps. So anyway, here's our little P. It's backwards for you guys, but so Wunjo, joy, pleasure, belonging, kindred, prosperity. I love that it was joy, right? So that goes with your memento mori. They're saying find joy in the mundane little things, right? That serve no purpose but making us happy. Like a silly coffee cup. You know? The whimsical things that make us happy. Okay, so you guys really did have really powerful readings. And I see that there's one other person here. So if you would like a reading, I am more than happy to pull cards for you. Just let me know. But otherwise, what are you guys doing today? Anything fun planned? You're so welcome. I loved this. These were really powerful. They really connected well too. There's a bigger, one huge message for each of you. So I love that. And I love how each week it seems like ours really connect in with the meditations that we're doing. It seems like somehow that's all connected and we're all connected. Man, this hair was really sticking up. So yeah, I love how all of that connects together. You can't make this stuff up. I don't choose what comes out. So remember Amber Catherine, she was texting me last night that she would want a card pull. She was trying to make it to the live, but I guess she couldn't. Okay, Amber, why don't I remember who that is? But I'm happy to pull for her. Does she want to message me is she on Instagram? She can feel free to message me and just, let me know where I should send it to. But yeah, let her know. Amber. Is that that must be one of your friends, right, Christy? Um, Not much, cooking some rice with broccoli. That sounds amazing. That's what I want to make. I want to make like I have like a beef and broccoli thing that I want to make. Um, and I want to put extra broccoli in it and have it over rice, and I might make some dumplings with that. Um, but that's my plan too, is to cook something. And the only Amber I know, she has her crystal shop, the mystical, I can't remember the whole business name. Yes, she came to one of your lives. Remember, she was the one that's the, oh my gosh, yes. Okay, thank you. Yes, now I remember. I'm so terrible with names, Christy. So unless you guys are like in front of me every week or we talk all the time like you and I do, I'm like awful with names. And yes, now I remember, Amber. As soon as you said took the pictures for you, I was like, oh, of course. Um, yeah, I would be more than happy to pull for her. Just tell her to message me though. I'll pull for her, but I just need to remember what her actually I just want her to confirm that she wants a reading. Um, I like to get that confirmation from people before I pull for them. Um, yes, now I remember. So, um, of course I remember. She was very sweet. But yeah, it stinks because the people that were coming over on Instagram, it's now been, we got switched over here, and I think it's been a little bit harder for people to want to come over here. But actually, I don't feel like it's all that different. The only thing is I can't see who is in here. So, like it'll tell me I have 3 people, but I can't see who those 3 people are unless you're commenting. So I do like that about Instagram just because I can see who's in there. Kind of get an idea of who's coming and stuff like that. But other than that, it feels pretty much the same. I mean, everything works the same. Today I'm relaxing and doing laundry. Yesterday I met up with Danielle and Lloyd and we went to a horror con called The Gathering of the Ghouls. Then I rescued a pug for the Pug Queen, but not until 11:30. Wow. That is a really busy day, but that sounds amazing. I hope you had so much fun. And then last night, because she was flown in from Florida and flight was delayed by a lot. Oh, yuck. Well, thank you for rescuing dogs. That's like such amazing work. And it's hard work. Excuse me. It's really hard work. And I have some friends that run a rescue in North Carolina. And honestly, I just see what a struggle it is for them all the time of trying to, it's not like they make money off of it. They're just doing it, to try to save animals. And they always have way more animals than they can place in fosters. And, I'm always kind of like, oh, I wish I lived closer because then I could help them out a little bit with fostering. But, you know, I also am sick a lot. So, so I'm like, maybe having a third dog with my 2 geriatric dogs already is maybe not the best thing. So I don't know. I go back and forth on the fostering thing right now. I would love to do it again. But foster failed with Chance. He was supposed to be a foster and then we just kept him. But I'm glad we did because he was elderly and he only lived with us lived for a couple of years. So I'm glad that he just stayed with us, and him and Brad had such a beautiful bond. So, yeah, I'm glad that we foster failed, but yeah, it's hard. She's just hanging out with me and mine until Isabella gets back from visiting her mom in Poland, and she'll go to her in San Diego. Oh, nice. She already has a new home to go to. Yes, they foster field with Joey and technically with Melvin too. Yeah, it's so hard. Like I would have a hard time not foster feeling. I used to foster kittens too, but I'm like wildly allergic to cats, so I really can't do that anymore. Um, but I it was hard, like even though I was like kind of ready for them to go to their new homes because kittens are kind of demonic. Um they're like so cute and like so evil. Like the sharp little, but they're like the cutest thing you've ever seen and you're like, "Oh my god." But then yeah, they're kind of little demon children running around biting your ankles and so I was always like ready for them to go. But I also had a lot of fun fostering them and yeah, I don't know. It was a mixture. And then you missed them when they were gone. Like you're like, I miss that chaotic demonic energy. Uh, so anyway, um, oh no, Isabella is the pug queen. She's a rescue, so she'll find her a great home. Yeah. And then kittens are nuts. I know they really are like insane creatures. But like I love cats. Like I am definitely a cat person. But then for some reason life was like you are going to be very allergic to cats. Um so it is what it is. I guess I'm not meant to have one. But I enjoy my friends' cats whenever I go visit, even though I have to take all the drugs so that I can survive while I'm there. I had two cats for years, and then Dexter passed in February. I decided I'm only going to have Phoebe only. I think she'll be my last cat. I get that. It's, I mean, for me, it's the allergies thing, but yeah, it's it's also just hard to have multiple pets, I think. And since you love doing the dog rescuing, it's probably easier. Unless you have a cat that's like really easygoing. Um, a lot of cats don't necessarily like a lot of other animals around, so which I get. I understand that about cats. I mean, I have 5 dogs and a big fat lizard. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So you have plenty of other critters around to keep you company. So, all right. Well, that sounds amazing, Christy. I hope that your foster doggy finds an amazing home soon. I know you're sending her back off to the rescuer, and I hope that she finds a good home. Um, or she, he, I think you said she. So, anyway, this gathering has been wonderful. Thank you, ladies. Yes, thank you guys. And I feel very like I'm both excited about my trip, but I'm also like sad that I won't be able to meet with you guys for a while. So I hope you guys have an amazing month. If you guys need anything at all, you can always reach out to me, or if you have ideas, because I'll probably try to write some meditations while I'm there as I have some free time, just so that when I get back, I don't have like a massive list of things that I need to get done right away. So it would be nice to have a couple of meditations written. Like I said, I think I might do something like connection to ancestors or something like that, for that Halloween week. I think that, Samhain week, I think that will be a good thing. So I think I'll plan on doing that unless something else pops up in my head. And then yeah, we'll kind of go from there. We'll see what I can't believe it'll be November right away pretty much when I get back. So sounds wonderful. Ancestors. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking would be, since that's like the time to connect with ancestors, I think it would be a good time. to do that. And I know all the witchy people that I know are also kind of doing things that correlate with that. So I think it would be lovely to have all of us kind of doing different readings and all of the, you know, meditations and all of these different things that are and spells and things that all correlate um, to that. So yes, you guys have a wonderful month ahead. You know, I'm sure I'll talk to you guys on Instagram. I'll be sharing and such on there. And I just hope you have a wonderful time. Thank you for being here today. It's so nice to connect with you guys. You guys had such beautiful readings, and I'm so happy about that for both of you. It feels like a nice send off. And then we'll see you when I get back. I think I might start doing when I get back, is when I'll maybe think about doing a second live per week where I just pull cards for people. So I'll have to figure out what day I want to do that on, but I'm thinking about doing that when I get back. So anyway, love you, Christy. Love you, Maria. I hope that you guys have an amazing rest of your weekend as well, rest of your Sunday. And I will see you guys when I get back on the 26th. And you know where to find me until then. And bye for now.